Good morning. Good morning and welcome. Welcome to meditation. Meditation allows us a time for reflection in the safety of our own minds. Often when I think about what I'm coming to reflect with you about, I turn into what is coming up for me in my day-to-day, what is alive for me at any given moment. As I was walking my dogs today early, I was going in my mind over the incredible suffering that is all around us. And I noticed how my body reacts, how my heart beat changes, a sense of perhaps fear. Right now, mostly for others, but also for myself. It's been said again and again, we live in unprecedented times. And yet this is the time we live in. Terrible fires in California. Another police shooting of a black man. People sick and dying from COVID. People sick and dying from many other reasons. Small things, like my daughter doing her wedding dress fitting all by herself. And huge things, like our planet being demolished by our human actions. I hear from many people that this is a time of great overwhelm, that things are simply too much, that they feel they can't handle another piece of bad news. I find that our human system, our mind, body, spirit, reacts to this kind of time by resorting to survival function. And then fear and anxiety tend to find a way to show themselves, sometimes in what may seem to be completely unrelated to the actual troubles in our lives. In a strange way, I am in the business of suffering. All around me, there is suffering. I work every day with suffering. And I want us to take a time today, a time for reflection in how to stay present. How to stay present, attend to our own suffering, to the suffering of others, while we remain open-hearted, caring, attentive. There are different traditions and different methods of managing ourselves during suffering. And I want to highlight a point that is always made by Roshi John Halifax from Upaya Zen Center, is that what really exhausts us and kind of takes us over the edge is empathy. And I'm all for empathy. And yet, if you get stuck only in empathy and only feeling what others are feeling, this can truly be overwhelming. But if you move from empathy to compassion, compassion is boundless. Compassion is a way to manage yourself as you go through your day, through your week, through your life. So today, as we take some time for reflection and relaxation, I will explore this with you. Noticing body, mind, and spirit as they come together, and finding a way of managing our day-to-day, our emotions, our hearts, our spirit in a manner that allows us to stay present and grounded within all that is taking place inside us and around us. So I invite you to find a comfortable position, whatever is most permissible for your body. It can be sitting up, it can be sitting with your back leaning, it can be lying down. Position yourself comfortably and then gently close your eyes. Soon the bell will sound, indicating the beginning of today's practice. Let us invite relaxation into the body. Perhaps first simply noticing your breath as it is, wherever you notice it the most. Perhaps in the rise and fall of the chest, perhaps the belly, or maybe in the nostrils, noticing the air as it comes in and out. Your breath, inviting relaxation. Let us scan the body, beginning with the top of the hand, noticing any tension in the scalp, in the back of the hand, releasing and relaxing face muscles, allowing the jaws to loosen, soften, and open, perhaps inviting a gentle parting of the lips. Glide down with your attention to your neck, your throat, inviting an opening, a softening. Scan from the shoulders down your arms all the way to your fingertips, releasing and relaxing. The chest, the upper back. How each breath invites even more relaxation. The abdomen, the lower back, releasing. The pelvis area, sinking into the surface on which you're sitting or lying down, supported by the earth beneath you. Attention gliding, upper legs releasing, knees relaxing, lower legs softening, all the way to ankles, feet and toes. Let the body become a spacious container for your mind and spirit as you take this time for yourself, a time for reflection in relaxation. Perhaps you take yourself in your mind's eye to a place of comfort, of safety. This could be exactly where you are physically seated or lying down at this moment. Or it could be a place of nature, of beauty, that speaks relaxation and peacefulness to you. And let yourself rest for a moment in the safety of the space that you are now creating for your practice. Your heart open, your mind curious, your spirit exploring. Let us turn to ourselves first, to our own difficulty and suffering, and simply notice. Be the compassionate observer. Notice what is difficult, what is challenging for you at this time in your life. Sense how the body responds to what is coming up in the mind, and always come back to your breath, to your body on the surface on which you're lying or sitting. Each deep breath invites your nervous system into relaxation. A reminder, you have this ability, an ability to breathe, an ability to ground in your body. Breathe in what is difficult for you, and allow yourself to breathe out great love, great compassion for yourself, without getting caught in stories. Simply noticing, becoming the observer of you. Take a few moments for this practice. A challenging thought comes up. A reminder of suffering shows up. You breathe it in, staying present. And then breathe out love and compassion for yourself. As I grow silent for just a few moments, take your time. What is compassion? Compassion is the true desire to reduce suffering in ourselves, in others. What is causing your suffering? What view can you take that alleviate some of your suffering? Reflect and notice. As challenges come to mind, as you view your own suffering, breathe in the difficulty as it is, and breathe out compassion and love for yourself, for your difficulty. I invite you now to bring to mind someone you're close to, a friend, a family member, someone you're close to and is suffering on whatever level, physical, emotional, spiritual, perhaps on all levels. And as you see their suffering, as you recognize their difficulty, notice your own body and mind and how you respond. Can you see their suffering and yet not be pulled into it? Can you care deeply and stay grounded in your breath, in your own body? I invite you to breathe in their suffering. And as you breathe out, sending them compassion and love, your true desire for their suffering to be alleviated. Staying present and attentive. To the challenges they are experiencing. Perhaps there is an action you can take, perhaps there is none. And yet there is always something that you can do for them by being present and attentive, by sending them your love and compassion, by not turning away from their suffering. As you take care of yourself, guided by your open heart, your curious mind, your exploring spirit. Take some moments now and bring into your mind's eye someone or some ones that are close to you, that you care deeply about, that you know breathing in their difficulty, breathing out compassion and love for them. Take your time. If it feels too much, come back to yourself. Breathe in your own difficulty. Breathe out compassion and love for you. Resting in your body and mind. And when it's available to you, again, bring them into your mind's eye. Breathing in their difficulty. Breathing out compassion and love for them. Staying present, attentive, is an incredible gift that you can give someone. Witnessing their challenges, your heart open, your love flowing. Perhaps we now expand our circle. Bring into mind someone you know only remotely, perhaps from the news. Perhaps you were told of this person. Perhaps it's an animal or a planet. Greatly expanding the circle of your heart. Maybe even having the courage of seeing in front of your mind's eye someone you disagree with, someone that perhaps harmed you. Notice your body responding. Any discomfort, breathe into it. Ground yourself in the surface on which you're sitting or lying. Can you see their suffering? Can you breathe in their suffering and then breathe out compassion and love? Having compassion for their suffering doesn't mean agreeing with their actions, their beliefs. It is simply a recognition of their humanity. a recognition that we are all suffering and that we all benefit from love and compassion being sent our way. Notice as you send compassion and love, as you project your true desire to alleviate suffering in yourself and in others, your nervous system calms down, the body accepting, more comfortable. There is great rejuvenation in the practice of compassion, in your true desire to reduce the suffering in yourself, in others. It is the fuel of true open love without attachment. Notice it. Breathing in the suffering of others, even of those you disagree with, and breathing out love and compassion, a true desire for them to be free of suffering. Take a moment. We are all connected in so many intricate ways. We depend on one another. The suffering in the world is our own suffering. Our suffering is the suffering of the world. When you are suffering, you're affecting others. When others are challenged, they affect you. Perhaps more than any time, this is so clearly seen in the world we currently reside in. Social injustice affects us all. Harming our earth affects us all. In our close relationships, how we treat others is often an expression of our own suffering. How others treat us, an expression of theirs. As we go through our day, a commitment to love and compassion greatly enhances our well-being, the quality of our life. Sometimes able to actually take action, and sometimes simply being present, sending love and compassion to ourselves to those around us, to those far away, to those we disagree with. Spreading the circle of love to encompass all as we practice coming back to our breath, grounding our body. We become more and more capable of managing ourselves, aligned with our values, happier in this world. In a moment, the bell will sound, indicating the completion of today's practice. Take your time, bringing the awareness back to this present moment. Take your time, returning to your day. As I say goodbye, in great appreciation for your presence here with me, now or later. Thank you.